Hey, it's Anthony with Veteran Aviator. I want to talk today a little bit about my cost of ownership for a year for my 180. There's a lot of videos out there with topics like this. Your experience may vary, and I just want to put my experience out there. Starting off, this is probably going to be a one-take deal because I don't like editing. So here we go. This is a 1958 Cessna 182A, and it has a tailwheel conversion. I got the airplane about 5 years ago on a trailer and spent 4 years rebuilding it. I've been flying it for a year now, and it's been great. I haven't had any serious repairs needed. The airplane's pretty much been flawless. So I'll kind of talk about what it cost me to operate the airplane, and some of the things that I spent money on because I wanted to. So first off, insurance for this airplane is $3,000 a year. That's for $135,000 worth of coverage. That's the max the insurance company would cover, basically because of the year of the airplane. I do have a lot of upgrades inside. I think the airplane's worth significantly more than that, but that's what we could get. So that's $3,000 a year. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Not required, because unless you don't own the airplane, then that it is required. So hangar, I live in a hangar. This is my house, so it's free. Hangars out here where I live, if you want to rent hangar space, it's $250 a month is the going rate out here, so factored that in there as well. An annual inspection, again, I do things a little bit different probably than most people. I do owner assisted annuals. My IA is awesome. He charged me $1,000 basically to do a standard annual that's without any additional stuff. So I take the interior out, I pull all the inspection panels, I pull the cowling, I change the oil, and all that on my own. And then he comes and he does his inspection, and I pay him $1,000. It takes a couple of days, and then we put it all back together. He comes back out and signs it off. Pretty simple. $1,000 a year. Fuel. We buy fuel in bulk. Me and my neighbor share a 1,000-gallon tank, so we buy it in bulk. It costs us $4.15 a gallon. I burn about 13 gallons an hour, so we're looking at $53.95 per hour in fuel alone. If I fly 50 hours a year, which is about average for a pilot, that's $2,697.50 a year. Maintenance, I do pay into a maintenance fund for the airplane just to kind of ease the burden when that comes down to having to replace a motor or prop. I put $25 an hour in there, which basically comes out to $1,250 a year. One thing that some people factor into that I have to factor in is I've got 29-inch Alaska bush wheels. They're $2,000 a piece. Typically, I think I fly off grass. Typically, you're going to get 4 or 5 years out of a set of tires. So I factor in $500 a year paying in order to pay for tires when it comes time. They're awesome. They're great to have. Definitely a increase in safety, especially for a tail dragger if you got to land somewhere off airport, which I like to do. So basically, yearly ownership this year for this airplane for 2023 cost me $8,447.50. That's after purchasing the airplane and the fact that I live in a hangar. These hangars out here, they cost pretty similar to what a standard house runs. You can buy out here a pretty decent hangar home for $450,000, and it's wonderful. I love it. My wife is getting used to it, but I love it. We have plenty of room to work on projects, store the airplane. another airplane that we're building, and it's, it's one of those things that once you experience it, it's kind of it not be easy for me to move back to a normal neighborhood. So I put the tires on this year. That's something I wanted to do. I didn't have to do it. I also bought the Airframes Alaska wheel and brakes, the old Cleveland brakes that were on there, just kind of worn out and kind of hodgepodge together. Not something that I was really loving at the time. Didn't stop incredibly well and was going to have a lot of trouble stopping these big 29s. So I went ahead and bought the wheels, tires, and brakes from Airframes Alaska, put them all at the same time. Cost me a little over $6,000 to buy them and have them shipped down here. And then we put them on during the annual. So it was pretty easy to get that done and just kind of roll it in. So I didn't have to pay any additional maintenance for that. One other thing that I do that's a little bit different is when repairs need to be done on the airplane, which does happen occasionally. I'm going through one right now I'll talk about in a second. I will call my IA, explain to him what we're doing, get guidance. I'll do what he tells me to do. He checks it all, and then we sign it off in the logbooks and we're good to go. And I pay him for his time for that, which, being a friend of mine, it really helps out with me with cost of ownership. But it doesn't make up for, some of these people out there with 180s spending $150,000 a year to operate their airplane. And granted, they're flying a lot more than I do, but it doesn't have to be that way. That is a way to do it. And if you don't want to get your hands dirty, or you have, huge issues that come up, maybe it's gonna, maybe I'm gonna run into a year down the road that is $100,000 a year. I don't know. That's gonna hurt pretty bad, but I'm not doing it every year. I'm, it's, the maintenance on the airplane is easy. It's simple. I fly roughly 50 hours a year. I do an oil change during the annual. Oil changes aren't bad, and that's about it. What I had happen, just when we got back from a trip, my latch on my baggage door broke. It's annoying. It's a little tiny piece. There's nothing to it. I got it over here. I'll throw it on the ground. Okay. This little piece broke. All right. That latch, if you just want to buy the latch, is about $480. However, with these airplane salvage yards, they take these airplanes apart, they put all the parts for sale online. I found the exact baggage door with the exact same latch, $285. I'm just gonna buy the whole door. My airplane's white, it's simple. Get it down here, strip the existing paint off the door, repaint it, put it on there, have my IA check everything, sign it off. We're good to go. I'm gonna be in that repair maybe $350. And I can sell my door for probably $280 because it's perfect. And I'll probably keep it because I'm an idiot and I'll probably tear the other one up. But I could sell it, and recoup a lot of that cost. So for those of you out there thinking about getting into aviation and seeing these videos about how expensive everything is, yeah, it can be expensive. That is a way to do it. But if you're not scared of getting your hands dirty, if you're not scared of a little bit of hard work and building relationships with the right people, you can get into aviation relatively inexpensively and have a wonderful time and fly all you want to. It's not the cheapest hobby in the world, but when I got into aviation, I was making $45,000 a year cleaning swimming pools, and with a really close family member, we bought a $29,000 airplane together, and we shared the cost of it, and you know, I learned to fly in that airplane. So there's more than one way to skin the cat. And if you want to fly, if you want to get into aviation, it's possible. You can do it. You got to maybe work a little bit harder than the people out there making, you know, $500,000 a year. It's going to be easier for them than it is for us, but it's not impossible. So don't let that be an excuse. Don't let money be an excuse. It's eat an elephant one bite at a time. Get your training done and reach out if you have questions. The pilot community is awesome for the most part, and we love talking about airplanes. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you out or tell you how I would do it. And it's not perfect, you know, but I love it, and I wouldn't do it any other way. So hope to see you guys around, and keep looking out. I'm going to try and do some more videos talking about what I think about aviation, and hopefully dispel some of the rumors for people that want to get into flying and they think that they can't do it for whatever reason, or it's too difficult, or, you know, oh, I don't want to have to talk to a bunch of people if I want to go fly. That's another really common one. How often I have to schedule a flight. I don't. If it wasn't super cold outside and my baggage door wasn't gone, I would just get in the airplane and go out and fly around. I don't talk to anybody. So look forward to those videos, and we'll see you guys soon.